So before we went to the races, the car sat in this spot facing the other way, and that's kind of like the drip pattern that was underneath the car before we took it to the races. Jeff's son noticed that when he checked the transmission fluid at the track while the car was hot and in neutral, it was reading high. So he was mentioning that it probably was a little bit overfilled. And then now that the car's back from the track, you can see that little fresh spot there. That's all that's leaked out. Alright guys, I didn't get any footage because I was inside the car at the time, but I did put the foot brake on and I loaded up the suspension a couple of times up to about 1500 to 2000 RPM, just enough before the car would break loose. Then I put it on line lock and did the same thing, and then this clip here is actually of me when I put the car on the trans brake. I took it up to 3000 RPM both times. And then after that, I decided to kind of just run the car through the different gears of the transmission, and you can kind of see the car rocking back and forth as I go through the gears. But based on this video, I don't see any dripping or leaking like we did at the racetrack. It's a pretty positive thing. I don't know how much fluid actually leaked out at the track. It could have been about a half a quart for all I know. So the transmission fluid's originally all the way up to about here, when if you look at the cross hatching right where my finger is, it's about my finger width. That's where the fluid level should be when the transmission's hot and the car's in neutral. So the transmission definitely is overfilled. One of the reasons that the transmission might have a little extra fluid, and this we went from that stock size converter to an 8-inch race converter. That doesn't account for all the extra fluid, but it could be part of the problem. Anyway, I'll just wind up letting a little bit out at a time. I think I'll take about a quart out, and then I'll do the recheck, and then if I need to take more out or add some back.